All right, so today we're taking a look at the Sony WH-CH720N. These are their latest budget-friendly noise-canceling headphones. So now what you're listening to are the XB910N. These are Sony's kind of mid-tier ANC headphones. All right, so now we have the Sony WH-1000XM5. These are Sony's flagship noise-canceling headphones. And I do expect these to have the best performance. They're one of the most impressive headphones that I own in terms of microphone quality. All right, so the microphone test pretty much played out how I expected it to. In my opinion, you are getting better performance with the XB910 as well as the 1000XM5, especially when it comes to eliminating background noise so that you can just focus more so on the voice. So in my opinion, if I had to pick just one, it would still be the 1000XM5. I think they're pretty much the benchmark when it comes to headphones and overall microphone performance. Now, really quick, let's talk accessories and what comes with each of these headphones. So something that you're going to notice is that with the XB910 as well as the 1000XM5, they both come with a carrying case. So if you're a very active person, you're on the go pretty frequently, then you might like having the option of placing your headphones in a nice soft shell case to keep them protected. With the 720N, with them being the more budget-friendly option, they don't include a case. So that is a key distinction to go ahead and point out. Now let's go ahead and talk build quality. So the 720N are extremely lightweight. In fact, I believe Sony is calling these their lightest noise-canceling headphones to date. Along with that, you're getting a primarily hard plastic finish all the way around. Very basic, nothing too special, which, is expected considering the overall price point within Sony's lineup. Now, compared to the other two options, let's start with the XB910. These also have a very hard plastic finish, but it feels like a much more higher quality hard plastic, if that makes sense. And then with the 1000XM5, they feel much more premium in the hands, as they should considering the difference in price here. And they've got a very soft matte finish all the way around. Feels amazing inside of the hand. Another difference comes with the leatherette material on the ear cushions. So with the 720N, it does feel noticeably cheaper compared to the other two options here. So in terms of overall build quality, you are going to notice a difference. Again, considering the price point of the 720, they had to make some sacrifices. Now, when it comes to your buttons and controls, with the 720N, you're getting your standard physical buttons, nothing too special there. But with the XB910 as well as the 1000XM5, they're actually using touch sensitive controls. So what you can do is use the exterior of the right ear cup to make adjustments to your music. So you can tap to play and pause. You can swipe up, swipe down to adjust your volume, swipe forward, swipe backward to adjust your tracks and things of that nature. So it really just comes down to preference. I will say when it comes to the touch sensitive controls, they can be a little prone to accidental touches here and there. So you might be enjoying your music, touch the headphones and inadvertently pause or skip a track or something like that. Although you do have the option inside of the Sony Headphones Connect app to turn the touch sensitive controls on or off to help avoid that scenario. So again, it just depends on what you like, physical button or touch sensitive controls. Now, in terms of Bluetooth connection, all three of these options are giving you access to multi-point connection, which is an upgrade when it comes to the 720N, because with the previous version, the 710N, I don't think they had multi-point connection. So that's a new feature that they're bringing this time around. And as far as the performance of the multi-point across these headphones, I would say that there's pretty much no difference. So whether you're going on the more budget-friendly side, or if you're opting for the more expensive 1000XM5, when it comes to that multi-point performance, it's very seamless, very minimal lag when switching from device to device. Now, in terms of battery life, not really any huge differences. So with the 720N, they're claiming around 35 hours of use on a single charge with active noise cancellation turned on. The XB910 claim around 30 hours on a single charge.
and the WH-1000XM5 are also claiming around 30 hours on a single charge. All three have fast charging as well. So with the 720, they claim that with 3 minutes of charging, you can get about an hour's worth of use. With the XB910, they claim that 10 minutes of charging will give you around 4.5 hours of use. And with the 1000XM5, they claim around 10 minutes of charging will give you about 5 hours of use. Now let's go ahead and talk active noise cancellation. So with each of these headphones being Sony headphones, it goes without saying that you're getting some really good noise canceling performance. And in fact, I would say that Sony, Bose, and probably Apple, at least in my opinion, are the top 3 companies when it comes to noise canceling performance. Now, with these 3 headphones in particular, you are going to get better performance as you progress in price. So the 720N aren't going to perform quite as good as the XB910, and the XB910 aren't going to perform quite as good as the 1000XM5, which is to be expected. So if you're just looking for a standard level of noise cancellation, not quite the creme de la creme, then the 720N are going to get you by all day, every day. If you want to step up from that, but still not necessarily the top of the line, the XB910 would be a great option. And if you're just looking for the overall best noise canceling experience, then the 1000XM5 are going to be the way to go. Now, in terms of the ambient mode, I wouldn't really say there's any huge differences between the 3. All 3 are giving you access to that adjustable slider within Sony's app, which gives you some extreme control as far as how much ambient sound you would like for the headphones to take in. They also have access to the adaptive sound control, which basically allows the headphones to make the adjustments for you based on the type of activity that you're doing. So if you're running, walking, commuting, the headphones can kind of sense that and adjust your ambient sound accordingly. Also with all 3, you're able to register locations within the app. So you can actually configure it with Google Maps, and you can choose locations that you frequent and set a designated amount of ambient sound so that when you step foot in those locations, your headphones automatically know what to do. So if you're not familiar and you never tried that, I definitely recommend kind of looking into it and giving it a shot. So now let's talk about a very important aspect, which is obviously the sound quality. So all 3 of these headphones sound great. I think for the everyday average listener, the 720N are going to be more than enough. And this time around, they are compatible with the Sony Headphones Connect app, which gives you access to custom EQ, which means you can tweak the sound and tailor it to your personal preference. One of my favorite presets is the Excited preset. It gives you a very V-shaped type of sound, so nice, clean, clear treble, as well as some really nice punchy bass. Now, one key difference is the fact that the 720N don't have access to Sony's high-resolution LDAC codec, whereas the XB910 and the 1000XM5 do. Aside from that, one of the biggest differences that you're going to notice is that obviously with the XB910 being a part of Sony's extra bass lineup, they're giving you that deeper, more aggressive sub bass. So if you're a person that listens to a lot of dubstep, hip hop, and very bass focused music, if you want to sound like you're in a club, basically, these are going to be the way to go. Now with the 1000XM5, these are giving you a more refined type of sound. So I feel like there's better separation between the overall highs as well as the lower frequencies, and they give you better sound staging as well. So if you're very picky about your audio, I would probably recommend going with the 1000XM5. These also have a few different lifestyle features that you don't get with the other 2 options. So you have Sony's Speak to Chat feature, which will basically lower the volume of your music and activate the ambient mode anytime you start speaking so that you can have a conversation without having to touch anything or mess with any settings. On top of that, you also have wearing detection. So basically, if you're wearing the headphones and you take them off of your head, your music will automatically pause. And then once you place them back on your head, it'll automatically resume. And then you have a feature called Spotify Tap, which will basically allow you to assign the noise cancellation button to launch Spotify. So overall, if you're just looking for a solid pair of noise canceling headphones that are going to give you great sound quality and really good noise cancellation, The 720N are a great option. If you want something that's going to give you better build quality and more punch in terms of the bass, and also a little bit better noise cancellation, the XB910 are a great option. And if you're just looking for the top of the line noise canceling experience when it comes to a pair of headphones, it's hard to look past the WH-1000XM5. So I will have the links to all of these headphones down in the description in case you're interested. And aside from that, appreciate you guys for watching. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.